Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another car review episode. And today I'm really excited because in this particular episode, we are looking at an amazing car. This is a legendary car because they have stayed in our Kenyan roads for more than two decades. So this is a car which is known for durability. It's reliable and of course it's easy. I guess it's one of the cheapest car that you can get to in terms of maintenance and of course expenses. Is one of the cheapest cars that you can have or own out there. So the car that we'll be looking into, it's a car. I'm sure people know it with a different name. Basically, here in Kenya, it's known as the Nyoka Premium, but the car goes by the name is called the Toyota Corona Premium, the T21 generation series. So we'll be looking into the reason why this car has stayed in our Kenyan road for this long. We'll be looking into why it goes by the name Nyoka Nyoka, and we'll also be looking at the expenses, its advantages of, as well as its strong areas, as well as its fuel consumption. So stick around for that conversation. I'll be your host. My name is Willie, and of course, if cars is something that really gets to excite you, this is the place to be, and you get to do that by becoming part of this community, and you get to do that by just hitting the subscribe button which is just below here, as well as talk to us, maybe the next car that you want us to do a detailed review. Talk to us in the comment section, and we really appreciate. So for now, let's just go ahead, guys. We get to look at the details and of course why you should own this car. Well, guys, before we get to look into the motor that gets to power this car, it's important that we get to have a quick recap of the history of this Toyota Corona Premium. And this T21 generation series, its production was started way back in 1999, and it just continued for a few years, and because it came to an end 2001. And with this Toyota that is the Toyota Corona Premium T21. This is a generation that are really blended well with especially the Kenyan market. Remember, this is a Japanese car, and of course, it came with different engine specs as well as engine series. So we'll be looking into the most popular one, and of course, the most popular one is the 1.8 liter petrol natural aspirated engine. So that's what we'll be looking into details, as well as which other specs makes this car to stand out, and of course we'll also be looking into its weaknesses. So stick around for that, and right now I want us to get to go ahead, we get to look into details about the engine that powers this car. Well, guys, with the Toyota Corona Premio, that is the T21 generation series, as I said earlier, they do come with three variety of engine. You may find some Toyota that is some premiums. They do have the 1.6 0 liter engine. We also have the 1.8 liter engine, and we have the 2.0 or the 2000 cc petrol engine capacity. So in terms of the capacity, they do vary, but the most popular one, and that's what we'll be looking into, is the 1.8 liter petrol engine. So the engine that gets to power this car is popularly known as the 7A. Remember, we have other varieties like the 4A, the 5A. The 5A is the engine that is found in the Toyota 110. I did a video way back reviewing a Toyota 110. You can just go ahead and get to check it out. But the 7A, this is what is usually found in most the Toyota Corona Premium. So it's important that you get to understand that. So the 7A engine, they have had the reputation of being easy to maintain. They are very reliable. Remember, they don't have so much sensors. I don't know what. These are very basic, and of course very durable engine. And D7A, they're inline. The engine is inline four-cylinder, meaning it has four piston. Another thing to notice is that with the 1.8 capacity, that's a very strong and very powerful engine, which gets to give out around 115 horsepower, which is sufficient enough to get this car up to get to its top speed in just a few seconds. So The other thing that makes this engine also to stand out is the fact that it do comes with the double overhead camshaft. Remember, I've talked about the double overhead camshaft in so many videos, and the reason for that is because engines that comes with the double overhead camshaft, one thing that they are known for is that they are very silent, very calm. Even if you get to get those high revs, you realize that this engine, they are very silent, and that's an advantage because with the double overhead, the engine gets to get those smooth uh, air intake, as well as gets to push out the exhaust gas smoothly. So that's something that also gets to boost the the lifespan of that engine. So also another thing to notice with this engine is the fact that they do come the fueling system of this engine. We have the multi-point fuel injection, which is very important because with the valves you can get the engine gets to receive different flows or different fuel injections, which is very important with the engine. So also another important thing to note is that when it comes to the transmission system, most of these Toyota Premium, they had the automatic transmission system. We're talking about the 4-speed as well as the 5-speed, but some they do have the manual 5-speed transmission system, but majority of them they have the 4-speed automatic transmission system. So it's very important that you get to understand with the 7A engine, this is an engine that can get to serve you for a very long time, and we're talking so far which the car, the Toyota Premium, the Toyota Corona Premium, which are already in our Kenyan road, they have already served for more than 20 years already. So we are really talking about an engine which can get to exist for so long. So also another important thing also to know, some of the problems that you get to see with other different cars like the Mazda, those are very rare problems with these car. We're talking about things like the CVT gearbox system, that those problems we won't be seeing with this car in most cases. So right now, guys, it's all good. We go ahead and get to look at the interior of this car. Well, ladies and gentlemen, talking of the interior, the comfort that this car gets to give you when you're in there is not as luxurious as what you could get with cars like the CX-5s. We're talking about things like the BMWs, but it gets to give you that comfort, that basic comfort. We're talking about things like they have safety. It comes with safety measures such as we are talking about the airbags. It comes with two airbags. We have the one on the passenger side. We also have another one on the driver's side, that is in the middle of the steering, which is very helpful. We're also talking about things like the seats themselves. They are very comfortable, but they are not heated as you may be seeing in most German machine. The seats, they're just basic, but they are very comfortable. And the material that comes with those seats, we are talking about things like cloth or fabric upholstery, which is not that bad. It gets to give the car some that basic look and comfort, but it's amazing when it comes to the performance. So talking of the infotainment system, you may see some variety of these cars. They may come with a touchscreen Android radio, but some they just come with basic AM, FM radio. But it's amazing because it gets the job done. But you can get to do some aftermarket upgrades if you need to. We're also talking about things like the car also comes with things like the climate control, meaning since the car doesn't have that panoramic that is a slide sunroof, they do come with the climate control, meaning you can get to control the temperature while you're in that car. So speaking of the driver's cabin, the steering also have that adjustable column, which is very important because you can have that easy time to raise the steering or lower the steering with your convenience. If you are a person who you're very tall, you can as well get to adjust the seat, and that's also a feature which is very unique. Looking at the center console, we have more space whereby you can have more storage space. We are talking about things like the cup holders. The car gets to give you that space. On the doors, we have the pocket doors. panels, which give you more room to put up your own things over there. So for the case of the windows, most of the Toyota Corona that is a premium, the windows, they are electric powered, meaning you can get to adjust them by just pressing some button. Speaking of the side mirrors, that's the same case. But as we'll be looking at the external features of the car, you'll be seeing this is just a basic car, but it has all the essentials that you need to you need to feel comfortable inside that car, which is very important for us to always notice that. So like for this case, what we're looking at, you can see we have this an automatic transmission. We have the shifting lever over there. Also, speaking of the dashboard, it's not digital. It's just an analog driver's dashboard, but it has all the necessities. We are looking at things like the speedometers. We also have talking about the revolution per minute, which is the rev. We're also talking about the gauges for temperatures, the fuel gauge. All those are things that you might need, but they are very important, but you'll always get to see in these cars. So that's something which is very important for us to always notice about the Toyota Corona Premium. Speaking of the reason why these cars goes by the name the Nyoka Nyoka, we'll be looking at it as we get to look at the external features. You realize these cars are a bit stretched as compared to other cars, which is very important because it gets to give the car stability. So all that we'll be looking as we get to look at the exterior features of this car. So this car, remember, it's a four-door car, and of course it's a sedan, meaning it has two extension, both the bonnet and we have the boot. Of course, it's a five-passenger car. That's important for us also to note. And for the case of this one, we don't have climate control extension on the center console. As you are in the rear seat, you can't be in a position to control that. Those are features that you'll be seeing in those extreme trims. We're talking about machines like the BMW or the extreme Mazdas, which are coming out lately. So let's just go ahead, guys. We get to look at the external features of the Toyota Nyoka Nyoka. Well, looking at this image, you can see the extension. As I was saying, the chassis of this car is a bit stretched. The car look a bit long as compared to most of the cars like the Toyota Corolla, the 110. You have the 91 series. This car is a bit stretched, and the advantage that comes with that is that this car has very good stability. The long chase gives the car very good stability, which also gets to give the car that ability to cruise or to maneuver, especially if you're going to places which is very curvy. That car is very stable. Looking at the external specs of this car, mostly these cars do come the 14 or the 15-inch wheel size, which is also appropriate. It gives the car good ground clearance, meaning the car can really get to go to places like the off-road, but not the extreme off-road places. So with the 15-inch, the car has very good ground clearance. Also, talking about the good clearance, the 15-inch wheels don't elevate the car way too far, too high, meaning when the car is at its top speed, the car is also very stable. Looking at the front part, you can see this car just comes with basic features. The headlights are just basic bulbs with, of course, the halogen reflectors, which also with those headlights gives the driver good visibility, especially when cruising at night. We have that long nose, which also gives the car good aerodynamic shape when it comes to navigating with things like resistant to the wind. The car is very well designed. Some trims they may come with fog lights, but it's not a basic feature. You won't be seeing in every Toyota Corona Premio out there. But those ones that they have the fog lights, they look amazing. We're also talking about things like the side signal, the turning signal, which are just attached on the side of the main headlights. Some they may come with aftermarket side mirror blinkers, but it's not a standard feature that you'll be seeing with every other Toyota Corona Premium out there. So others do come with, of course, with alloy rims, but those ones they are subjective depending on where we get the car. But one thing is for sure, you can see looking at the back, they do come with that the brand identity, the iconic Toyota logo. You'll always be seeing with all the Toyota cars having that logo. And looking at the back, we have those extension of the rear lights, also which comes in combination with the turning signal, and it gets to give the car a very nice finish, and of course makes the car to look very unique as compared to other cars. And looking at the back, you can literally get to identify this car with just how the rear lights look. So remember, with the large the extended chase gives the car also more boot space as compared to other cars. So with such extra boot space, you can get to carry as much luggage as possible. Remember, the engine is very powerful. So any luggage that can get to fit in there, that car can get to really get to take it to the destination. So basically, those are some of the things that you need to know about the Toyota Corona Premium. And I can tell you for sure, I've owned this car, I've interacted with this car. This is one of the cheapest cars that you can get to own in terms of maintenance. It doesn't have any crazy problems, and of course the car is very powerful, and of course it can get to its top speed in just a few seconds. In terms of fuel consumption, this car, I would say I recommend anybody anytime, so long as you get a car which is in good condition. You get to do proper maintenance in terms of service. This car can really get to serve you even more than 5 decades. So basically what I'm saying is that if you're looking to own one of like this one, I will recommend go for it. So that's all I had for you guys. If you have liked the video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, turn the notification bell, and I would really appreciate. And of course, I look forward to seeing you in our next one. Peace, guys.